There's no software that's just going to replace our jobs right now. What I've seen the advantages of is that research is helping kind of speed up your research, kind of the information gathering that helps utilize that. And kind of, for us being very skilled, we can sift through the noise versus the good stuff and understand where, what actually makes sense. I think it's just kind of how we do our jobs. We kind of brainstorm things and really refine our ideas down, and just doing that in a more efficient way. I think that's something that is really helpful right now with AI, and maybe even coming up with some basic patterns and things like that. I'm sure all our software tools are going to help us accelerate on that side as well.
Just do more in the time we have, which will be exciting. We can realize our visions a lot quicker.
What was a lesson that took you far too long to learn in your career? Something that involves around more like design and UX.
The first thing that comes to mind is really the value of teamwork. And, that could be related to anything, but in our case, it is UX and design. I think for so long, I underestimated what it would be like to have a perfect team. And I think when you have team members that are thinking the same as you and working together, sort of understanding sort of the handoff of their different roles, if you looked at design and development, there's something that's cliche to say, but there's a synergistic element there where you can just work so much quicker.
Definitely, that's something that, you hear a lot of stories of people who are a UX team of one or a front-end developer team of one and trying to do everything, the jack of all trades. And it's a hard thing to try to manage yourself unless you've got the experience. And I think within our group, we try to encourage, whether you're working with somebody or not, you still have the ability to bounce ideas off of each other. And I think we try to encourage that here because it's so valuable.
Yeah, that is. Because some projects will only require one UX designer. But I think, what Impact set up is really that sort of support network of being able to say, I need to bounce some ideas off, or I need to, I have a technical question that maybe I need to design around. So let's speak to someone who's worked with that specific tech stack. And that's the value of, I think, having so much experience, within Impact. All those sort of great people that are doing work, you can't rival that. You may be one person working on a project, but you have hundreds of years experience at your disposal to sort of, whether you're sharing it in our kind of knowledge share sessions or you're just reaching out over IM and getting it. I think it's a differentiating factor as well.
Yeah, and our team gets to know what good is and everybody who's working on it, because we all have our strengths in certain areas, and you can really see, okay, this is how this person's more detail oriented. This is how this person's better at visual design, and these are the techniques that they do, and this person's better at running workshops. So there's a lot to be said about that, and really leveraging the people around you or who you run into is something to really leverage, accelerate your learning very quickly.
It is that sort of knowledge sharing, and everyone is interested in upskilling and understanding what is coming out when. And I think just by having a sort of collective company-wide forum like we do, being able to say, like, have you seen this? This technology, yes, I just did a POC with this, or whatever the case is. And that just keeps everyone learning quicker and just staying on the bleeding edge versus finding out much further down the line about something.
If you could work on any type of project or with any client, what would your dream project be?
It's bad to say I'm living my dream at the moment. I wanted to work on AI, and I'm working on AI, which is fantastic. So living the dream, I want to explore the conversational UI elements and how machine learning, automation, and large language models coupled together will drive a UI like that. And that's really just, I wouldn't even say dropping the barriers, but destroying the barriers to entry of complex software. And that's what we want to do, is anyone that's starting out using software that may have a number of months ramp up time, is to literally say, right, if you know the theory of the industry and you're coming in here, you can just do whatever you need to do. You just need to ask it, and it'll figure out the best workflow for you. So I think we're well on our way there. And I'm good right here.
So you're living the dream is what you're saying.
Living the dream.